Stamper here in Michigan. How's everyone today? Well, I kind of went back to some of my other crafts that I've been doing for years, and one of them is machine embroidery, and this is an Anita Goodesign. If you are a machine embroiderer, it's called Charming Camper. Isn't that cute? And this looks like a little Airstream from the 60s. I wanted to use some really funky, really cool looking, material that I had that was laying around that I had not used, and I thought, oh, this is so cute. Why don't we make a card that goes with it? So I'm using a card, a die cut that I've had in my stash after, rearranging and cleaning up my stash room. This is actually from Honeybee. I'm going to coordinate it with a Friend Like You, our Stampin' Up stuff. And this was all the die cuts that go with this little camper. And I thought, well, why don't we, utilize some of the cardstock. Now this little guy, just to show you what I did, I used Dress to Impress, and of course made a diamond awning, used the rose gold foil for the tires, and hammered the beautiful, I know, that's a beautiful front door with diamonds, and then used Friend Like You stamp set, which is darling, for the grass. And this was something my daughter had made years ago, and these are these fun little die cuts that are already done, and you just emboss them, and I've had them and never used them. Can you believe that? So I thought, let's make something really fun. This is using lovely lipstick, and I thought, this is darling. Let's just kind of, let's just go with it and see what happens. I think we can all relate to home is where we park it, and right now we're parked. So, all right, so, okay, so let's get started. This is some of the tropical 6x6 paper that we had last year, and I thought this would be cool as a funky Airstream kind of style. The hitch is in a rose gold. I already glued it onto the Flirty Flamingo because it needs a little bit more, thickness. Now we're gonna really go haywire here on this one. This little guy we're going to put for the tires. Now we're gonna start from this little camper. You start from the bottom up, all right? So you kind of get an idea where everything goes. All right, so you can always look here. The first things we're going to glue down first are these pieces here, and then we're going to move on to our cool looking tires, because we got to have a fancy Airstream here. I mean, not just any Airstream. And we're going to have one. I bet you whoever has this Airstream probably listens to 70s rock and roll. There you go. Okay, so we have the first area. This is the bumper area, okay, that makes that nice trim that you see on all the Airstreams. See, we're going to be a designer of Airstreams. See how, and it's just starting from the bottom up and kind of, getting that idea. Now remember, I glued this designer paper onto this Flirty Flamingo because you make 3 of these die cuts if you want to make a hinge style card. This card is going to be hinge style, and it's going to have the style of a camper. Isn't that cute? And it fits into an A2 size envelope too. Just a little heads up. Now, let's do the door, okay? So we're going to decorate today. We're going to do our hammered rose gold. And I think I want this little guy right here, okay? So he looks like a good place for him, don't you think? And we're going to give him a little... Now, I have windows for these guys as well. So, let's see. I'm going to have him right about here. Perfect. Isn't that a pretty door? That's so cute. I die cutted everything out just to get everything, because we'd be die cutting forever. So it's just nice to get everything all ready. Now this is the trim for our door. All right, so we're just kind of gonna take a look at that for just a second. But I want to bring over the window and my window treatments. So here's my window, all right, and there's my window treatment, so it's kind of giving you an idea. Let's see, make sure I didn't do it upside down. I did. Did I do it upside down? Let me see. I did not. I did it the right way. Got to look at this one. Yeah, perfect. This is kind of a, there we go. So now we're going to take the trim that we trimmed for the door. And try not to rip it. All right, so we're going to put that right on here. And it did rip, but that's not a big deal because it's all being glued down anyway, so, you know, don't waste it if you don't have to, right? And just to get that so it equals out, that's not a big deal. Always, you know, this is always a good blooper save, you know, because you can still save these things. All right, perfect. Now, going on to the window. It's so cute. Since we're kind of all at home, I thought, well, you know, some people probably are camping. I mean, that's a getaway. You're really by yourself, except for maybe, you know, the animals out there. But other than that, now we're going to do a trim. All right, so you'll see that I have my trim on here, and then the awning. So isn't that darling? So we're going to do the awning, but I'm just going to place it right here for right now, just to kind of get an idea if I like it. Let's put our tires on, because I guess we can't go anywhere without tires. Right on. Okay, now I used a really pretty foil that I just happen to have in my scrap. Nothing, you know, nothing new. I'm using, you know, using recycled, it looks like, for the Airstream, you know, kind of that earthy tone. Okay, now I've got the rose gold trim of our tire, which I think will be pretty. And when you put all this stuff on, you just put them at the very end of everything, so everything's nice and flush. You know, so we're going to put some embellishments on that later to make that a really cool, decked out tire. Don't you think? I think so. Especially since this is a Glamper Camper card. All right, so we have our little, I kind of got ahead of myself, but we got our window treatment done. Now we're going to put our trim of our window treatment. And this is, again, from the last year's Tropical. Hopefully I don't break this one like I did the other one. Good for you. All right. So we're just going to place that right there. Use my handy dandy. Isn't that cute? See, it's so much faster when we have everything cut out, don't you think? Which I try to do that with sewing. I try to have everything already cut, already ready. Now, here's my little awning. So it had a scoring line, okay? So here's the area that we're going to have for the awning part, and it's scored right here, so we can just glue that, okay, and put it right on here. And then when it folds down, which is really cool, in the mail. So it's supposed to pop up like an awning. Okay. Let's put that little guy right on there. Now I'm gonna embellish this little guy so he looks a little bit more exciting. Now, when you put this on, you really want to just give him a nice little bone fold there and just let him sit there for a second. Okay, now, while he's doing that, let's make sure I didn't forget anything, okay? Now, here's some of the grasses that I did, okay? So, since this is going to be not on an A2 size card, where I could add the grasses a little bit, you know, a little bit longer, we have to add them right on the card itself. So, you take this whole thing that we did, all right, and just cut the areas of grass that you like, all right. And then once you do that, you know, you place the grass where you want to, because, you know, it makes it look a little bit more dimensional. Now here is our handy dandy awning, you know, from the 60s. I swear, doesn't that look darling? Oh my God, that's so cute. So I'm going to take a little bit of a cut because I want to put them right there. So I don't need all the grass. I just want a little bit of the grass, right? And we're not going to put grass there because I'm going to put a saying there. Okay, so let's put that right here. Perfect. This is our idea of the 4 seasons because it's really pretty inside. Remember, it's like HGTV, and it's really pretty. A girl can dream, right? So take your Tombow, and hopefully I can open mine. And let's see if it comes out too fast here. Yep, it's coming. Just need a little bit for my window here, okay? There we go. Let's use this instead. There we go. And put there. Okay. That's darling. Look at that. So far, so good. Now we want to kind of dress this little guy up. We already have a stamp for it already, and I am kind of excited. We're going to use Wild and Free, but before I do that, I do want some embellishments on here. So let's look at my diamonds. Right? All right, so let's do a couple of diamonds where the front door is. Okay, we'll put 2 right there. That looks lovely. Super. And then that should stay. Let's put one right in the middle here on our awning. And then let's put a diamond that holds back the curtains. What do you think? And then another one. They're so tiny, so you have to kind of play with them. But that's cute. Let's center this little one just a little bit. Good. Okay, that's darling. That's just darling. Now, what I did is I used Petal Pink, and I just kind of used the dauber and just daubed it to make it kind of the same color as the paper, so it wouldn't just, you know, like go out and like, oh, it's white. But before we put that on, I'm just going to show you, we have a die cut that actually has a scoring, and I use a tear tape, okay? So there's tear tape on this, and there's going to be tear tape on this side. I've already put You Make Life One Big Adventure, and we're going to put this little guy, hopefully it comes out just perfectly. And you could do 2 of these if you want to do 2 hinges. I'm just doing 1. There we go. Looks like that's the... All right, perfect. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to bone fold this so it stays. Okay. Oh my God, how cute is that? Look at that. And then, see? It's got the little hinge. So cute. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to put the saying right here, Wild and Free. I'm going to pop that up though, okay? Little baby dimensionals. All right. So has everybody been crafting? Cleaning? What you been doing, huh? I wanted to do something different and coordinate with my sewing, my machine embroidery. So I thought this would be the perfect little sidekick to do. Perfect. Love it. Oh, that's darling. Now, a couple more things. I don't want to use this color, but I do want to use some pearls that are in the pink, just to kind of pop up our hibiscus. It looks like that's what it is. I've got 3 left, so, you know, this has got to look really dramatic, right? And one more. Let's do, oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Right smack in the middle. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? So I coordinated with our Stampin' Up! And some honeybee die cuts. Made the cute little card. Look at that. How cute is that? So, you know, if you've got some other stuff in, and also if you have another craft you're doing, like I'm doing here, aren't these just the cutest? I mean, oh my gosh. Now, if you don't want to keep it on an, as a hinge card, just take this right off and then just put it on an A2 card, and then no one will know the difference. But it gives you an idea of what you can, you know, make with anything that you've got at home. I mean, it's just fun to kind of coordinate and play around. And I hope this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Anyway, we're gonna camp glamping style, okay? In fact, I think this camper has Pinot Grigio in it for sure. All right, we take care. Chat soon. Bye-bye.